I'm Patrick Lancaster, and right now we are in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia. And hours ago, this afternoon, this shopping center or market exploded. And now there are different reports on what caused it. It seems the most common report is now that there was a fireworks factory or storage facility next to the market area, and that ignited, which in turn caused many explosions, killing several and injuring a huge amount, over 50 the last estimates we've heard. But there are other reports saying that it might have been a terrorist attack or bomb that was placed, or several, because there's footage of several explosions. So we're here on the scene to show you exactly what's happening here hours after the explosion. Hopefully talk to some people, get a little bit closer. It seems everything's really secured right now, but we're going to do everything we can to cover this developing story as much as possible. We've heard they're still bringing people out of the rubble, both dead and alive, and we can see the flame still going behind us and the smoke rising, with heavy equipment being used to remove the rubble. So let's take a little closer look. I'm Patrick Lancaster, coming to you from Yerevan, Armenia. And we can see some of the medics behind us preparing to go into the area to hopefully help evacuate some of the injured that they're still bringing out of the rubble, we're told. But we've tried to go in a little bit closer, and they're only letting medical staff, medics, and other volunteers that are taking rubble out and trying to remove people. They're only letting them in. They're not letting press in at this moment. But we're here on the scene to continue to show you what's happening. And another thing that should be mentioned, that in addition to the two different reports about the fireworks station or storage area and whether terrorist or not, we've been able to understand that there's definitely a fireworks storage area here. But we've talked to a person on the scene here, and he says that it seemed the explosion was just too big to be just from fireworks, but it's just his personal opinion. You know, official reports are still coming. But the other thing that should be mentioned, today the Armenian public radio reported that there were reports of bombs being placed, or bomb threats for the metro stations and other areas and other malls in Yerevan. It's reported that there was not any actual bombs found, but this is just still information that's coming out today, and we expect a lot more. They're gonna kick us out soon, so. Yep. We've crested it up. Okay, we've made it a little bit closer to the center of the explosion right here. You can see the building right here behind us. Можно сказать, какое это здание там? Что это? Можно? Это что?
Торговый центр Сурмалу.
Торговый центр Сурмалу. Ага. So
это склад был. Это склад взорвался.
Да? Ага. So, это был частный торговый центр, да? И как вы понимаете, что произошло? Это теракт или нет? Не теракт, да? Ага, понял.
А там уже сперва дым пришел.
Ага.
А там фейерверки.
Дым первый. So we hear it from witnesses that were working here at the time. First, the smoke came, and then there was сколько взрыв был? Then there was two explosions. So about two explosions. First there was smoke, then there was the two explosions. So they think, the witnesses here at the scene think it was not a terrorist attack, but just an explosion, an accident. So let's see if we can get a little bit farther. And now we can see just the intense rubble here. We can see the heavy equipment going through the rubble, trying to find the survivors, if there's any still. We're told they've pulled out some survivors and bodies, as we said. So let's keep going forward, keep pushing it. Можно сказать, есть осталось жить или нет?
Что?
Осталось живой или уже нет?
Не знаю.
Был нашли живой или нашли?
Живой, да.
Нашли, да?
Да.
Сколько примерно?
Наверное, 3-4.
Ага. И погиб?
Не знаю.
Не знаю. Много или?
Непонятно.
So. Okay, so we've come a bit closer in where we were turned away today, and here we can see all these religious pieces from the market itself. But we talked to some of the volunteers here today that were helping to try to save some people. They say they were able to save some people that were buried alive. So we're just gonna show you what this horrible tragedy here is. Hopefully more make it out alive. We're not sure how many's missing at this time or what the situation is. So we're just trying to find as much out for you as we can, as we always do. So let's go farther. And we can see the active searching for survivors here. These people have been at it for almost 12 hours now, and they're doing their best to find any survivors. We're seeing how it goes, and we're gonna have to just continue to show you what's happening here, but here in Yerevan, that is, because we're here right now. We're gonna keep pushing on, and soon we'll be back in Ukraine and Donbass, showing you what's happening there. But for now, we're showing you the reports here, because there's a lot that has been going on in Armenia and Azerbaijan and Karabakh. So we're going to continue to be here on the ground for some time, show you some reports here of what's really happening. And we were sorry to see our first day here with this tragedy. So we're going to wrap this report up and pray our best that more survivors are pulled out of this rubble. So here we go. And then one thing that should be mentioned, there's a huge amount of damage here, as you see. So whether this was created by a fireworks storage center blowing up next to this market, as seems to be the common consensus now, or some sort of terrorist attack. Hopefully tomorrow there'll be more of a consistency and actual understanding of what happened, what caused this. But again, prayers go out to the families of the victims, both the ones that lost their lives and the ones that are recovering. Just pray the most for them and hope everything goes okay. But again, we're going to end this report and just keep showing you the true facts that we come across, that we see with our own eyes. So you don't have to just rely on the reports that you see on the internet. You can see what we see, what we film, what we show you. We're not professionals on explosions. We're just showing you the explosion, what happened, because we don't see any other journalists here. It seems not really sure. The journalists on that side of the street were pushed back, told not to come, but we're here to show you the facts of what's happening. And then we're just going to keep doing it. We'll be here in Armenia for a little while, showing you some reports, and then be back in Donbass and the rest of Ukraine, showing you what's happening there. Please like, subscribe, and share. Remember, we're totally independent, crowdfunded journalists. You can support our work with the link on the screen or in the description. Можете сказать, что произошло?
Сегодня на оптовой базе Сурмалу, практически в центре Еревана, произошел взрыв. На самом деле был ряд взрывов. То есть первый был, второй был еще сильнее, взрывная волна, от которого снесла близлежащий магазин. Уже практически 12 часов идет разбор завалов. И с самого начала я там участвовал, как и многие другие добровольцы. Конца и края пока не видно, там очень серьезное разрушение, очень серьезное. Потому что здание старое, наверное, капитальное, да, такое советское, с очень толстыми стенами. Да. Я не могу представить, что повлекло за собой, и очень слабо верится в то, что это всего лишь детонация пиротехники. Я не эксперт, но разрушение очень сильное. Пожар до сих пор не локализован, пожар до сих пор тушит, и потушить его не удается. Также пожар происходит под завалами. Потому что сейчас завалы, где то, что разбирается, это второй этаж, под ним еще целый этаж, есть еще подвальные помещения. Очень много людей старается, очень много людей пытается. Работа ведется там активно, не останавливается ни на секунду. Только в те моменты, когда слышится звонок телефона, либо кажется, что есть чей-то голос, в эти моменты останавливается работа. Тяжелая техника не задействована, потому что, надеемся, все равно надежда умирает последней, найти живых людей под завалами. Поэтому все практически руками и довольно долго.
Можно представить себя?
Меня зовут Мика Бадалян, лидер движения «Азатаграм».
И почему вы здесь?
Потому что я гражданин, потому что я должен помогать своему народу, своей стране в тяжелые моменты, в тяжелые секунды. По-другому невозможно.